Hello everyone, this is MJ, and you are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk fiction, friends, and fun. Let's do a September wrap-up, shall we? Stay tuned. Alright, so I can't believe we are in October. I hope everyone is just having a fantastic reading month so far. I'm going to dive into my Goodreads. Alright, so in the month of September, I read 7 books. And the first one is this one. Over on Fable, we have a book group called I'm With the Band. I'll leave a link in the description box below. I also have a review of this that I did not put out yet. Can I just tell you, as a booktuber to like an audience and other booktubers, I'm so bad with that sometimes. I'll film and I'll forget that I filmed. And then I'll have something sitting in the can for 2 weeks before I publish it. And then I have to edit it because like some of it's not relevant because it's 2 weeks old. But I digress. So, there were a bunch of different booktubers that participated in this. Off the top of my head, I can name Book Chat with Pat. I can name Kim from Middle of the Book March. I can name Deb. I can name Roy Reads Anything. And a slew of others. Greg from Another Bibliophile Reads read this. We all read it in opposition to the state of Utah because they banned the entire series. The government banned the entire series in all public schools. So we just wanted to do a little, I want to read it and see what it's all about. And that's what we did. So this is a part of the 24BB project. And there's also a t-shirt fundraiser in case anyone's interested. We have, I think we went over the $300 mark. But that fundraiser is going on until we hit 50 sales. So I will leave a link down in the description box for that below. They're cozy. It's snuggly. You can get a sweatshirt or a t-shirt. All right. So A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's very Beauty and the Beast, Twilight, escapist fantasy. I wasn't offended at all. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a good distraction. And I actually read it in a week, and that's pretty good for me being 400 pages, I think. Yeah, 416 pages. A bunch of us are continuing with the series, and I think we're picking back up with it in November. So yeah, the next book I have over there. But I don't see anything wrong with it. Next. I read a book called Reality Transurfing. I think that's all I have to tell you. Basically, it's law of attraction, manifestation, navigating the matrix, and I eat that stuff for breakfast. I love that stuff. And it was a book that I heard about on TikTok. A library that I belong to, New Orleans, shout out to New Orleans Public Library. I requested it and they ordered it. So I went right in and read it, and I thought it was very interesting, very basic entry level, but I thought it was really, really good. So if you're into any of that stuff, leave me a comment in the comment section down below because we could be besties. All right, then I read The Wolves of Willoughby Chase, which was my random book from the shelves, my totally random book from the shelves, because my shelves are all turned around in case you haven't noticed. And I do like it. But I'm going to be honest, it's tough to find stuff sometimes, but I guess that's a part of the appeal too. But the books that I read, I already put back, and I didn't put them back in a certain way that I meant to. So I don't have a book to show you, so I'm just going to have to put a picture here. The Wolves of Willoughby Chase is deemed to be a children's book. Now, I did not get a lot of children's vibes in that book. It read very much to me like a Coraline book, okay, where it kind of teeters on, whoa, you know, like they're talking about some serious subjects in here. But it had very flowery language. Do they call it purple prose? It was fine. I'm not going to read any more in the series, but I thought it was entertaining. It was entertaining, but it did give me Coraline vibes. So if anyone's interested in like a gothic-y, atmospheric book for now, it's a good one. All right, next. Next, I read another self-help book, and that was Black Swan, The 12 Steps of Abandonment. I'm into self-help books too. I'm not going to go into it, but I gave it some decent stars. Some of it was super relatable to me, and some of it wasn't. So it was recommended to me by a friend. They said, you know what, if you're interested in this stuff, you should really read up on this, and I did, and it was fine. I got like 1 or 2 lessons. I highlighted some things out of it, but nonfiction people, you might like it. You might like it. Then I read Crypt of the Moon Spider. Oh, that book is amazing. It's amazing. So I will put a card here because I did do a full review of it. I gave it 5. I think I gave it 5 stars. If I didn't give it 5 stars, I gave it 4 stars. But I'm pretty sure I gave it a solid 5. And I can't wait to find out what happens next. Super short. Came in Nightworm's subscription box. And the cover of it is just amazing. So it's there somewhere. Adds to the mystery. So Curse of the Moon Spider, we have, in essence, there's a woman that is having depressive symptoms, and her husband says, I know of a facility that I can take you to. And at this facility, they engage in some pretty experimental treatments, and they start removing parts of the brain and replacing it with some things. Some things that, are supposed to help and mend the brain and to change the individuals. Well, I'm just going to leave it there because this book was described as a phantasmagoria. It is deliciously descriptive. The characters are fantastic. I can't wait to see where this story goes. It's a little more on the horror side. So I would say entry-level people into horror that want to tiptoe deeper, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's gothic. It's stylish. It has a very macabre grace and elegance to it. And I'll leave it there, but it's absolutely fantastic. So Curse of the Moon Spider. Oh, is it so good. And then the last book, let me check to see if that's the last book I read. Oh, no. Okay, then over at my channel, this is my channel, over at my Patreon, we voted on Thor. And Thor has been on my Kindle for years, and I finally got around to reading it. Thor is a family dog, and he is navigating his pack and the world while he may be up against a big bad, and he's trying to figure out exactly what the big bad is and who the big bad is and how can he protect his family. And I will say towards the end of this book, I got choked up. I am a dog person, and I seriously got choked up. It's a fantastic read if you are a fan of dogs, a fan of werewolves, you're looking for something just a little bit different. It's really, really good. It's really good. Thor. I think it's by Wayne Smith. Is it Wayne Smith? Yes, it's by Wayne Smith, and it's really good. Okay, and then the last thing that I read, I don't have the book, but I do have a bookmark, was Necrology by Meg Ripley. Brilliant. This book is brilliant. This book is so good that I'm seriously hesitant to do like a full dedicated review on it, but I am. I just have to sit myself down because I really, really want to do a good job with it. So, Necrology takes place after Salem. So we have some people on the fringe, people that believe in systems of magic, and the system of magic is basically dirt and the dirty. That's what they call them. And there was a treaty that was made, and the treaty may have been broken. They're looking for a scapegoat. There's all of these things that play out. The prose of this book. Okay, so I had to give myself a little extra light. We have found families. We have a magic system that is so unique and so different that I was just intrigued by it. we have a little bit of magical realism. We have, I'm not going to say a love story, but there's a connection. There's a bonded connection between two people. And it's good. There's a lot of power struggles. There are a lot of feminist issues. This publication came out through Creature Books, and Creature Books is all about publishing horror that has a little bit of a feminist vibe to it. And absolutely, Necrology is that. And this is The Dirty #1. I can't wait to read The Dirty #2, to be honest with you. But let's see. Clay McLeod Chapman says Necrology is a commanding incantation, a captivating read that casts its magic from page 1. Let its spell wash right over. And that's true. So if you're not a horror person, but you want to get a little bit of a witchy vibe, and you like that idea of like a trial possibly happening, an scapegoat, and some backdoor power struggles, read Necrology. Pick it up by Meg Ripley. And stay tuned for my full review, which hopefully I'll be filming one day this week. And those were all the books I read in September. So, a lot of winners, not a lot of suckers. And something for everyone, honestly, because that's how I read. So, let me know, what was your favorite book that you read in September? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. And make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I'll see you in my next video, whether that be sooner or later. So until next time, goodbye for now. Happy reading.